What's going on, everyone? Justin here with Trading Cards and More, back with another video. Kind of a different type of video. I don't normally do pack openings and we do PSA returns, all that kind of stuff on the channel. But I had kind of a heckler in one of my last videos saying I didn't collect cards and I was just going to sell all these cards and this and that, and got me to thinking. I know some people have kind of requested it, but this is basically my basketball Hall of Fame players, rookie cards that I have in my collection. I've been kind of attacking it more this year, especially starting earlier this year. Of course, we had that huge run up and card prices started to go crazy. Luckily, I got a lot of these before that all happened, and then kind of when it got crazy, I just kind of was done, or just kind of cut it off. Some of these cards I graded myself. A lot of these ones, you'll see some of these older ones, I've just picked them up already graded. I'm not sure on the prices on everything per se, but I can kind of give you an idea, if you're interested or whatever. But let me know in the chat if you're here. I'll give you a shout out. We do all these videos live. It's just a lot easier to, just click the button. I don't got to edit anything or upload anything or nothing. So, yeah, Sean, what's going on? Darren, what's going on? Anytime you post a video and you see like 10 times as many people in the chat as you normally do, you're pulling in a lot of new viewers, and most of your non-regulars are going to be really, crap talker type, troll type people, but I'm totally used to that, so it didn't really bug me. Joel, what's going on? Andre, so I figured we start off with some, older stuff I have. I don't have any 1960. Obviously, I'd like to have a Wilt Chamberlain rookie and some other guys that are from that set, but I don't have any of those. But I picked up some 69 tops rookies. We got Gail Goodrich, PSA 6. I don't remember what I paid for this exactly, but it's probably under $100. Let's see if I can kind of make sure this whole thing's in there. It was priced good, and 69 tops. These kind of tall boy cards. Next we got Gus Johnson. I don't know too much about some of these guys. If there was an 8 and it was a cheap enough card, I'd pick it up. Otherwise, if it was more expensive, I usually get like a 7. And the Gail Goodrich was a 6, but Gus Johnson rookie card. Next we got Bill Bradley, PSA 7. I did get the perfect fit sleeves for these jumbo ones. I think I picked them off eBay for like $5 or something. This one has the older sticker. Let's see. So it was graded quite a while ago. Got Dave Bing and PSA 7. A couple of these guys too, they didn't go into the Hall of Fame until within the last 5 years or so, 5-10 years. A couple of these guys. Drew, what's going on? Agent, what's going on? This is all basketball cards, so this is just a video showing my basketball Hall of Fame cards. And I don't have any boxing cards in my collection. Got Wes Unseld. Nice card. Once again, older label there. This one I picked up off a guy off eBay for like $80, and he sent me a card, and there was like a huge color mark on the bottom of the card on the rim. And when I looked at the photos on his listing, it wasn't on there. So I contacted him. He's like, yeah, it was the wrong photo or whatever, and he said he had one in his collection, and I could just send that one back and get this one. And I'm much more happy with this one. I'm usually not super particular, but it was just such a huge eyesore. It was like literally like somebody marked it with like a red mark, and it was pretty obvious right on the white border, and I wasn't happy with the card, so he exchanged it. Otherwise I would have just picked one up from someone else. But JoJo White, I think he's one of the ones that went into the Hall of Fame like 5 years ago, and I think he just passed away a few years back too, so at least he made it into the Hall of Fame before he died. His return was depressing. Hate to bring back Your cards always grade well. Yeah, I had to go back, Sean, and look at my 238 card order and my 216 card order because those all had the stuff from the late 80s, early 90s, the same exact cards. And I got 59 PSA 10s in one order, and I got 61 PSA 10s in the other order. And this last order, I only got 5. And there was actually only one from the early 90s that graded a 10 out of all of them. So, yeah, it was pretty disappointing. This one's the only one I have in the collection that's not PSA graded. I bought this at the card show. I paid $500 cash for it. I've been looking for the Pete Maravich to add to my collection, and I just like the eye appeal of it. It's a little bit off, a little bit left to right off center, but for a 5, it looks really solid when you look at it. You can get up close and see like the corners aren't perfect or whatever. Especially this one's pushed right here, but just the overall eye appeal of it, I really liked. And it's graded by Beckett. It's a BVG 5. And if I crossed it over to a PSA 5, it would be worth over $1,000. I was gonna try cross it over and just crack it, but then PSA shut down their submissions, so it's just kind of in limbo right now. I might eventually crack it out. Stro time, what's going on, bud? All right, next we have some 71 tops. Louis Dampier. I bought this in a 7 for like $40, and then I was at the card show, and this older guy that was selling a lot of vintage stuff, I seen this in an 8, and he only wanted $55 for it, and it was like an $80 card. So I was like, dude, I'll snag that up. I remember grabbing it out of the case. Some guy looked at me like, what? Who's he buying? Louis? Who the hell is that? But yeah, he's in the Hall of Fame. So for $55, and then I sold the 7 for like $80. So basically upgraded it for free. It's got a little blemish right there, but nice card. Yeah, I don't have any videos for cleaning cards. There's plenty of videos out there on the internet. So Cosmos Comc isn't even taking cards right now. I mean, unless you want to wait 16 weeks for the cards to get put in. So I'm kind of bummed out about that. All right, we got Mel Daniels. I held off on this one for a while because I was trying to find a good 7, but the 7 was overpriced, and this was like really, really cheap for a 6. It's kind of weak for a 6 because it's got the little dinged up corner, but the price was right. It was like $50, so I picked it up. Got Roger Brown. Got him in an 8. A little left to right. These 71 tops, I assume, are not very easy cards to grade. So an 8 is a pretty darn high grade. We got Bob Lanier. This is in a 7. Next, we got the Bill Walton. Got this from a pretty big seller. They're doing an auction, and I won it for a pretty good price. It's a 6. If you want to get this card in a higher grade, it's gonna run you some money. But I got it for the right price. I can't exactly remember what it was, but bottom corner is a little bit jammed. But it's a 6. Nice looking card. Bill Walton. Wasn't sure if I was gonna be able to pick that one up, but I did. Another one I paid up probably like $300 for this one. The George Gervin and a PSA 7. Nice card. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments. I always read the comments. Also, leave a like if you just hopped in or haven't hit the like button. Joel, what's going on? Yeah, vintage cards. So I'm kind of starting with the older stuff, kind of working my way up on this stuff. We got Alex English, his 79 tops. All the cards I've shown so far were ones that I just already bought graded. I like the red back on these cards. This one looks really, really solid as far as the quality there on that card. My buddy showed me this one, the Kevin McHale, and I was buying these up for like $22 a card for the 8s, and then I ended up selling them, and they ran all the way up to like $80. So I had a whole stack of them. I almost bought a 9. It was right around $100, but I didn't pull the trigger, so I'll just settle with the 8. I did buy a bunch of these raw, and I sent them to PSA, but I doubt I'm gonna get any 9s. Next, this was like the last card I got from the 86 top set, or sorry, 86 Fleer set. We got Charles Barkley, and his prices really ran up. I should have bought him when he was, like, him and Olajuwon were right around the same. under 250, 300 bucks for an 8. And I ended up getting it in a 7 because the 8s just got kind of out of reach. They've kind of come down some, but I had to have the Barkley for my collection. I don't have the Jordan. It's just too much now. But I do have a Jordan Nike rookie. I just have it at PSA right now because I cracked it out of the case. We got Clyde Drexler, Clyde the Glide. That's an 8. Pretty much most of these cards, I tried to buy them in an 8. I did buy the Dumars in a 9 because the price was very good. It was like 110 bucks, something around there. And it was shooting up at the time, and I'm like, man, for a 9 for that price. It does have some fish eyes in it. So, some little blemishes there, but looks very solid other than that. Joe Dumars in a 9. I think those are not supposed to be in that pile. Okay. So, yeah, I think I have all the Hall of Famer 1986 cards, except for Jordan. We got Patrick Ewing in an 8. Probably paid around $200 for this, I would say. Maybe less, I can't remember. And then we got the Karl Malone PSA 8. I feel like Barkley and Shaq have grown with the TNT. Yeah, for sure. Having a good presence, in the community or whatever, I think helps Shaq's value, and Barkley and anybody kind of they're relevant and people want their rookie card. Nice. Williams stacking some Shaqs and some Barkleys. So we got Chris Mullin, PSA 8. That one's pretty far left to right off centered, but beggars can't be choosers on these a lot of times. It was just an auction I bid on, and that might not even pass for an 8 now. It'd probably be a 7, but this one's getting harder to get, but the Olajuwon, I got a pretty good price on it. Maybe the colors are a little bit more dull on this one, but for an 8, I got it for under 300 bucks. So, pretty stoked on the Olajuwon. And Ralph Sampson in a 9. And I got him for like 50 bucks. He was dirt cheap. I'm like, for a 9 for 50 bucks, like Hall of Famer? Like, what are people doing? So I snagged it up. And I think pretty quickly it went up in price. So let's see, I got a few more 86s. Dominique Wilkins, PSA 8. Old case there. And we got the James Worthy. Pretty top to bottom on that one. Pretty borderline for an 8, but James Worthy. Alright, now we're getting into the 88. I guess there was no Hall of Famers in 87, was there? There's so many of them that were in the 86, but they didn't make cards for a lot of the 80s, so we got Scottie Pippen. Graded him myself. He came back on 8. Probably bought it for like 50 bucks raw or something. Wasn't like super expensive or anything. Rodman, probably paid $20 to $30 raw for him. He came back on 8. These were all pretty cheap and pretty affordable. Doku, yeah, they're definitely tightening up on the 10s. Let's see here. We got Reggie Miller. He came back at 9 when I graded him. He was probably $15 or $20. Dirt cheap. I felt like these guys were just undervalued. So, even Stockton, like all-time assists leader and steals, and his cards were like 20, 30 bucks raw, and then they like really shot up there. Haven't checked lately, but got him back in a 9 as well. Graded him myself. Solid card. Sure, it's worth a few hundred. And like I said, a $30 investment. Can't go wrong. Let's see, these are in the wrong stack. Kind of working these from kind of the older cards to the newer. Yeah, they're still definitely underpriced. Matt Sweep, what's going on? All right, we got Vlade Divac. This is the only one I put in my collection. I created the Skybox, I think, and I came back in a 8, and I was just like, I'm just gonna sell it. I think I already sold it for 20 bucks. So somebody had commented on my video and said, um, that's not his rookie card. You're an idiot. Blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, what what card is Vlade Divac's rookie card then? Because it doesn't say it. He doesn't have an 89 card. He has the 1990 hoops, which it says rookie right on it. The Fleer and the Skybox don't say rookie on it, but that's just how they made the cards. None of them have a rookie logo on them. So we got Gary Payton's rookie card here. His Fleer, I got the Fleers back and they were all 8s. So I'm just gonna wait because I have like 25 of them at PSA. So I probably won't get them back for another year, but I can't imagine that I'm not gonna get some 9s in there. So got this back in a 9. This was part of that tough submission, you know, pretty much, you know, that's the best you're going to do on those is the 9s. Coach, the only coach that we got in here is Phil Jackson, obviously because of the 90s Bulls and the Lakers. He's pretty iconic, so had to put these in the PC. The hoops, 89 and the 90. I guess the 90 is not a rookie, considered rookie, but I'll just show them both off anyways. Look how different he looked like one year to the next. All right. Losing space over here. Another one is kind of hard because David Robinson, he had the 89 hoops. The jersey one was the first one that came out, is more valuable than the second one, which was in Series 2. Both are 9s. And then Fleer did not have a card for David Robinson until the 1990, so I consider that a rookie card. And then also his 90 Skybox card. So, consider them rookies or not, I consider them his rookies. So, all right. 88s are nice, and the 88 All-Star Jordan. Yeah, I have that in the 9, the All-Star one. Wow, $80, that's a good deal. I got mine in a collection buy, and it just graded a 9, so I was pretty stoked. We got Larry Johnson. You know what? He's not even in the Hall of Fame. I'm an idiot. He's not even in the Hall of Fame. So, got him confused there. But we got Mutombo. He is in the Hall of Fame. So I have his Fleer rookie and his Hoops rookie. Not sure why I don't have a Skybox rookie. I have some more at PSA. I know I have his McDonald's Hoops rookie at PSA. What are we getting into next here? Shaquille O'Neal. I got quite a few Shaq cards because I've opened all these up. We got the 92 Skybox. Last year I was getting these boxes for like really cheap. I mean $30, $40 a box, and just pulling these cards out. I couldn't get better than a 9 on the Skybox, so it's tough with the dark and the chipping along the edges. So a 9, still pretty good. Same with the hoops. Pretty cheap boxes. I can't remember exactly what I was paying, but I was pulling 2 or 3 Shaqs and two or three Alonzo Mournings out of a box. So graded them, and they got a 9, so not too shabby. Val Venus, not at the current time. I keep them locked up, but I eventually plan on displaying some display cases. We got the McDonald's card. Some of these were coming back that they were cut too small, but I ripped them all out of the packs and didn't get a single 10. But the Jordan I did, and I did the Shaq in the morning. This is card P43 Shaq rookie. I remember getting these as a kid. McDonald's packs, you get 3 cards in there. Next, we got the Skybox draft pick. I think I graded this one myself. Came back a 10. Seems like with their standards now, you wouldn't get a 10, regardless of how good it looks. But nice card. The draft pick, that's more, I think, more valuable than just a regular Skybox one. We got the Ultra one. I was buying these raw for like a few bucks a piece. And got a 10. I know I was buying them off eBay too, already graded for like 60 bucks before all of his prices went crazy. I still, even though they had gone up in price over the past few years, like a year ago, I was like, yeah, these are still way undervalued. So that's how I bought some of his rookies. But nice Ultra rookie card there. I know I graded that one. This one, I think I bought this one already graded off eBay for like 60 bucks or whatever. Like pretty darn cheap before they like really took off. This is the members only. It's got the members only stamp on it. So I think those only came in like a complete set. So a 10 is pretty solid on that for that price. And to think that these cards, these Shaq rookie cards, for years and years were like $20 for a PSA 10. It's insane. Even the Topps one. I remember buying a lot of like 100 Shaq rookies last year off a pretty big seller on eBay for like nothing, like 150 bucks for like 100 Shaq rookies. It was crazy. This is his Topps one and a 10. Looks left to right, but I was getting 10s out of these, you know, last year, end of last year, and now everyone that I sent him got a 9. So it is what it is. But this kind of just proves, you know, they're cutting down all of a sudden, not giving out 10s. But I think these were up to like almost $1,000 or maybe even more, but they kind of cooled off a little bit. And then probably the biggest one here is his Topps gold. And you can see the print defect. There was like a lot of these cards had that little line right there. It's like a print defect, I guess. Almost looks like a scratch. And the left to right on this is just as bad as that other one, maybe even more. So the fact that this got a 10, and I graded it myself. It came back last year, but this shot up over $10,000. I think it's come down. I guess I should have just sold it when it really climbed up quick, but keeping it in the PC for now. You can still tell the color variants on these cards too. Some of them just have a duller look to them for some reason, but yeah, both of those in a 10. That's a lot of money right there. Yeah, for sure. Got a Topps, but not in gold, Kevin said. Yeah, the centering is not a great, Doku. That's what I mean. Like, I got so shafted on that last order to get like no 10s whatsoever. Yeah, Jesus, it's hard to keep cards in good shape, even in old binders. All right, we're getting into Alonzo Mourning. Same boxes as the top Shaqs. I pulled all of these basically. Got a 9 on the hoops. Alonzo Mourning. And these were so cheap for a while that they weren't even worth grading, really. So, I have his gold. Yeah, let's put his gold next. So I got his regular Topps and a 9. Had I sent some of these with that last order, maybe I would have got some 10s. Because I opened them all up out of the same boxes, and I got a handful of Shaqs and a 10. I collect non-rookie cards too, yeah, absolutely. But these are all Hall of Famer rookie cards, kind of for this video. We got the gold. This was out of the Topps gold set. I got a 9 out of it. I thought I had a shot at a 10 because it looked really, really nicely centered and everything. Sharp corners, everything. But with that last piece order, I didn't get a single 10. Well, these were all cards I opened out of boxes, so they were like dirt cheap. I mean, that's how I can afford it. And then I sell the stuff that I don't keep, and that keeps it going. We got the McDonald's Alonzo Mourning PSA 9. Got the McDonald's logo hologram there. And we got the Skybox Alonzo Mourning 332 and a 9. Yeah, I don't know, James. One can only speculate why I just got all 9s. There's no proof to anything. It's just speculation. But yeah, any of the cards they sent back were ones that were not the right size. They were cut too small. So that's just what they do, regardless of who sends them the cards. Oss, you would be surprised at some of the values on these cards, depending on what you consider high value. Like if you're saying high value is something over like $1,000 or something, then yeah. But there's cards in here that are worth pretty good. Whatever you want to consider high value is up to you. But pretty sure I graded this one the Ultra All Rookies, so it's like the Ultra insert. Alonzo Mourning, PSA 10. Nice card there. And we got his just regular Ultra. He's got 2 Ultra cards, which is weird. This one has the rookie logo on it. And this one got a 10, which I'm pretty sure I graded myself as well. Then his last one I have is the Upper Deck Draft one. And I got a 9. It's got a little touch of white in the corner. Pretty sure I pulled this out of a pack. I did the all of these boxes. I opened them all up. Lucas, I don't really know. I haven't checked lately to see, but I'm gonna show at the end here a few cards that are pretty nice. Most of these are under $100. That would be hard to believe on some of these. I mean, I know for a fact all those Shaq rookies are pretty much over $100, especially the 10s. We got Jason Kidd. This is his Upper Deck rookie, pulled from a pack from the last order. I got 9s. Those boxes weren't too expensive, the Ultra ones. Then we got the Collector's Choice. Another box I opened. Just a base Jason Kidd. Guess I jumped the gun there. We were doing... Oh, wait, no, that is... Okay, we did Jason Kidd. Now we got Grant Hill. Val said, PSA has dropped significantly based on 70 other cards submitted last May. 10% drop in gem rate on 57. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, Jason Kidd and Grant Hill definitely undervalued. That's why I was getting these and sending them in, because they were dirt cheap, but they've started to go up some. We got his Ultra All Rookie there, Grant Hill. Pack pulled. Tiny touch of white on that corner right there. But the base Ultra I sent in and got a 10. Fresh out of the pack. There's definitely some edging issue right there. These little spots along the edge. I don't know if that was like chipping or... But it's still graded a 10. It wasn't with the last PSA order, that's for sure. It does look like some paper loss on it too. Tiny little dot there and a few dots there. It's probably paper loss, and they still gave it a 10. So with that new AI, I think that's what's going to cut down on. It's going to see all the little blemishes on the surface, and you're just not going to get 10s anymore on this stuff. Wes, what's going on? Let's see, birds on the bat. I don't know. I mean, some of the cards I still have PSA cards, you know, but growing the collection, yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be definitely tough, depending on what PSA starts charging for cards to grade. But I've pretty much completed most of my Hall of Famer basketball collection that I want. So PSA 9 of lesser Hall of Famers are maybe 50. Yeah, I mean, I'd have to go in and look these up. I don't know exactly the prices, but yeah, some of the Grant Hill PSA 9. Obviously, this isn't a $100 card or anything, but still a nice card. I think I put like my other one. I put like $60 on it, somewhere around there. This is the Upper Deck Grant Hill. Solid Grant Hill and Jason Kidd. Those were both 9s. This was a Skybox premium box I opened, and got the insert Grant Hill draft picks card. I was pretty stoked on that, and I got a 9. All right, we're getting into Kevin Garnett. So 2020 inductee. This is his Collector's Choice with the Players Club stamp on it, and then it's got the silver border. Got a 9 on that one. I'll probably have 1 or 2 of these at PSA right now. Probably not going to get a 10 out of it or anything, but base Collector's Choice, boom, PSA 10. Graded it myself. Got the 10 on it. Just graded this one. This one's over $100. This is the insert of Garnett and Gugliotta. I don't know how to pronounce his darn name. He's supposed to be on the front. He's the front of the card, and Garnett's on the back. But I'm glad they put Garnett facing the front so you can see the grade and see the Garnett card. That's how you want to display it. Nobody cares about the other guy. They want to see the Garnett, so. Pretty nice card. Picked it up raw, and it got a 9. Yeah, less randomness with the AI. Yeah, computer doesn't have a bad day, but they also don't squeak in a 10 there on something that shouldn't have got a 10. So, Gugliata, okay. This one I got it in a collection, and it's Garnett. He's not in his NBA uniform or anything, but 95 signature rookies. It's numbered out of 3,000, and it's hand numbered 1402 with the blue ink there, and then he signed it. And I just think it's a really cool card. It was in like a case that had been sealed and never been taken out, and I took it out to grade it just to have it slabbed. I knew it was probably going to get an 8 because of the chipping, which is just how these cards came, but it's still a sick card. So, and it's nice to have an auto, kind of like an auto rookie card, I guess, of some of these guys. We got his Fleer Metal. I really like this card. I remember getting these for like $3 to $5 a card. I was still getting them for like 10, 12 bucks a card not long ago, but that one got a 9. Super, super tough on those Fleer Metal cards to get a 10. And we got his Skybox Premium, Kevin Garnett. I rarely would send these cards in, but if I got one that just looked phenomenal, I would send it in, and then, you get a 9, and that's pretty much the best you can hope for. I got really lucky on the one PSA order and got a stack of these in 10s. I don't think they would grade 10s now. But the Skybox EXL, like I said, I feel like they're lenient. They were more like lenient last year, and then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened, but we got a 10 on that one. We got the Flare. This is class of 95. Kind of insert card from Flare. Card R2. Got a 9er on that one. These are so easy to get, like roller marks, scratches on the back, scratches on the front. They're tough cards, man. Got a 9 on the Ultra. Tiny little spot of white on that corner. Probably what knocked it down. But the rest of the card just looked phenomenal. And I'm fine with 9s on a lot of these. We got his Upper Deck card in a 9. And we got his Tops in a 10. Just like I said on the last submission, I sent like 10 of these off. This other one I sent 10 or 15 of them in, and I got 110. So, and this is a little bit left or right off centered. At least to me, the left border is a little bit thicker, but it scraped by and got to 10. So, I think when I got this back, this was around maybe $400 or $500, and it shot over $1,000. So, stoked to have that one in the collection. Let's see here, what do we got next? We got Ray Allen. Oops, that's not even his rookie card. Is that the only one I got of Ray Allen? Interesting. I got the Casey said Golden State has 29 points in halftime with the Mavs. Dang. Yeah, no, Curry's been really killing it lately. Yeah, I don't know if that's legal, Gabriel. Make sure you don't get caught. Yeah, a lot of these older boxes are a lot more money than they were last year, that's for darn sure. It doesn't make any sense to crack wax open anymore if you can't grade the cards. And then if you do grade the cards, you're not going to get 10s anymore, regardless. So we got the Ray Allen 96 Tops, PSA 9. I was getting these for like $3 a card. I think I still have a PSA order with a bunch of them. Could be wrong. Allen Iverson, this is a refractor die cut card from Bowman's Best. Card BP9. Graded it myself and got a 9. And then his Tops, which I remember when these were $5 to $10 a card. I remember paying $10 a card and being like, man, I kind of overpaid on those. Not really sure how this one got a 10, but it got a 10. And they don't really downgrade if the card is a little bit yellowed, because you can kind of tell. I don't know if I can catch it on camera, but sometimes the top of the card is a little bit off color from the bottom. but they still gave it a 10. Crazy. Allen Iverson, PSA 10. Just the base tops rookie cards have just gone crazy on these guys for a 10. Next we got the Topps Finest in a 9. I usually remove the film because it just doesn't look as good with the film on it, and usually there's scratches and stuff like that, and it just doesn't look right. So I just remove the film and get, pretty solid grades. So a 9, that's solid. Next, I graded this one a few years ago. The problem with these logos like this is you get this like oxidation on it, where it's like all spotted up and weird looking. But they didn't downgrade the card based on the stamp there, so crazy. And these were like 20 bucks on eBay. I remember I had 2 or 3 of these and I sold the other one for like 20, 30 bucks on eBay. So that's all they were worth, for a Allen Iverson rookie card. You can even see a touch of white on that corner right there, but it's still got a 10. So that's what I mean. Like 2, 3 years ago, you could send this crap off and get 10s. We still got Iverson. There we go. We got one more Iverson. We got the metal. I sent like 15 or more of these off with one order, and I bought them all from a guy for like $3 a card at auction, and they're all perfect pack fresh cards. I looked them over and nitpicked on them. Took a few of them out that I was like, I'm not gonna send that one, but hopefully we get a 10. But I mean, like I said, with this older stuff, and then Fleer metal, just in it of itself is super, super tough. You can tell that bottom corner's got an issue, so yeah, it's a 9. Iverson. Maybe we'll get a 10. That's, hoping and praying, but looks like I got 4 Kobe rookies. I think I only have 4 Kobe rookies. I got the metal Kobe. I remember getting these cards for so darn cheap. Now you probably can't get this card for under 100 bucks if it's in good shape. But this one got an 8. Usually it's just like the corners are just not perfect. When they zoom in on them, you can see. Somehow this came back in a 10 as well. My Kobe Skybox Premium. This one doesn't have the oxidation. It's a really good example. Solid card, got a 10. And then his other Skybox Premium with the silver logo, the one that says rookie on it. It's got the cool Lakers colors on there. That one got a 10, which is insane. So those are up there pretty high in value. All these Kobe's are, even the 9s, 8s, 9, they're all over 100 bucks, but those ones are probably over 1,000 for the 10s. This one's got an issue with the corner there. Holding the jersey, PSA 9. Just these cards are just getting harder and harder to get, especially if you want to get a gradable copy at a good price. So we got Tim Duncan is our last guy, and I got quite a few. Carson Monks, what's going on? Quite a few Tim Duncan cards. I sent in probably 15 of these, and this was the only one that got a 10 on the Bowman's Best. I was probably picking these up for $5 a card. I bought a refractor version of this for like 75 bucks, and then the seller said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I can't find it, blah, blah, blah." So I ended up not getting it. Still bummed out about that. I had sent probably 15 of these in, and half of them got 10s. And with my last PSA order, I sent a bunch more in that were from the same stack, and I didn't get a single 10. I got all 9s and 8s. So, not really sure what happened there. Oh, that's right. They weren't giving out 10s. But I got that in a 10. The refractor, I got really lucky and got it for like 50 bucks. And was thinking this had a shot at a 10, but once I actually looked at it, his finger up here, you can see. Normally the card's cut off, and here his finger's almost all the way on. It's all the way showing. And then on the back, normally you have more border over here and a little bit less border here. On this one, it's more like 50-50. So this is actually considered off center. So that's why I got an 8, but it's still a sick card with that refractor on it. And for what I paid, like 50 bucks for this card, it's worth much, much more than that. So got the Duncan tops. Still remember getting these for like 15 bucks a card, maybe $20 a card at max. And this one got a 10. Usually there's chipping along the bottom. Like some of the cuts are like not so great. Really, really solid card here. So it was the only 10 that I got out of this card, but even the 9s were, you know, selling for a few $100. So this one's probably up to $1,000 or so. Then we got the chrome. I wish I would have picked up before it started running up, but I ended up getting it when it was around 150. I think it's got that like greening look to it. Some of these old chrome cards kind of get discolored or whatever, and the surfaces can get kind of hazy, but I got a 9 out of it, which I was happy for what I paid for it, so I'm up money on that one. We got the regular flare, row 3. It's got row 3, row 2, row 1. I don't know if they did a row 0 or not in 97, but this is like the more common flare rookie card of his. I think I sent 1 or 2 of the row 2s in, but I don't think I've got any of those back yet. Sly One, what's going on? Welcome. Got the metal back in a 10. This card really had a run up last year too, and then it kind of settled back down. And you were still able to get this card for like $20 raw, maybe 25. I got it for pretty cheap. Somehow pulled the 10 on it. It's worth some good money. Flare metal is definitely sought after, and these cards are tough to get a 10. I think I just put the 9 up for sale on eBay. That we got back with the last submission. This is his Skybox Premium and an 8. Not sure why it got an 8. Probably, I guess, that chipping along the edge on the back. I think they were a little tough on that, but it is what it is. These came back in the last submission, so go figure. Stadium Club, 97 and an 8. Used to be able to get all these Duncans for like a couple bucks a piece. So then we got this one I bought at auction once again with like the green. I think he looks green, but I bought this from a pretty big seller, TNT, whatever. You'll see them do auctions on eBay all the time. And I looked at it, I was like, yeah, that's not gonna 10. I was thinking it might even get an 8, but it got a 9. I was happy with that. It's his rookie year, but it's not his chrome rookie or anything, but it's a refractor, so I figured it's pretty sick. Really like this one, and I kind of knew it was going to get an 8. These EX 2001 cards are very, very tough. I've sent a bunch of Jordans off, and I even got a 10 back, and I was kind of dumb and sold it, but at the time it was worth so much money. I was like, dude, if I can get like $700-800 out of this Jordan card, like, I'm just going to sell it. So I sold it, but still got the Duncan. Got it in an 8, which is what I was expecting out of that one, so. My eBay stuff, if it's not for auction right now, it's not going for auction. I do better just doing the buy it now. I don't even do best offers anymore. People just buy the stuff up. And if I want, I can just lower the price over time or whatever. Wes asked, I think the market's going to start valuing newer PSA 10s as more valuable. I don't know. I don't think so. It's not like they're putting them in a new case and be like, we got this new case now, and this is the new AI. And if that was the case, I think it would be more possible that something like that would happen. Anyone else fed up with ComC, the point that they won't do future business with them. 90 days of scheduled delivery. Who doesn't sports cards? Yeah, that's crazy, Steven. I always select the rushed shipping, which is like $5 more or whatever. Then you get it within like 3 weeks instead of 90 days. I always select that option. But mine still hasn't shipped out. I'm supposed to ship out by the end of the month. I also sent them cards, like 500 cards, and they're supposed to get checked in 3 weeks, and after 3 weeks, not a single card got checked in, and they just pushed it back another 3 weeks. I tried emailing them, contacting them, and I still haven't got an answer, and it's been a week, so yeah, ComC, I have to assume ComC's getting bombarded, because now they don't have that 3-week option anymore at 50 cents a card. Now it's 16 weeks, and then if you want to get the cards checked in fast, it's like $1 a card. So yeah, I'm getting kind of disappointed in ComC, because I'm probably gonna do a video on it, but I've done pretty good in my first year on there, just for what, what the time spent and everything. But this one came back with the last emission. Both of these that I sent in got a 10. The other one had a little bit of silvering, so put this one into my PC. Nice card. The Fleer. He's also got a Fleer. It's got a stamp on it. I can't remember what it's called. But I had one, but it had a damaged corner. This is Hoops. Also got this back with the last order. I don't know if that's a piece of fuzz or something on the card. A few of the cases I noticed had little pieces of fuzz. I think that might be on the card. Probably just a print defect. Got a 9 on it, but not bad. All right, a few guys that are not in the Hall of Fame yet. Hey, we got 91 people in here. Dennis Rodman, 91. Dirk Nowitzki, pretty much surefire Hall of Famer. So I figured I'd show his cards. This is his Fleer Brilliance. Just got this one back from PSA. It came back a 9. Pretty nice card. Probably paid 10 or 15 bucks for it. Albion, what's going on? Dirk's a maybe. If Dirk doesn't get in the Hall of Fame, I would say he's surefire Hall of Famer. I don't know how he could deny that, but yeah, I'm guessing you're just joking. That's funny. Sent 3 of these and they all came back 9, so put this one in my collection. These were like $3 to $5 when I was buying them last year, and good luck getting one for that price now. And I think I priced my 9 over like 250 bucks, something like that. Because I mean, just these base tops cards, and pretty much the 9's like the best you're gonna get on these. Especially if and when he gets into the Hall of Fame, it's definitely gonna shoot the price up on his card. Casey, I'm not personally buying any LaMelo Ball. Any of the new players are just way too hyped up. The prices are way too high. I mean, compare him against any other player, and it's just, you can clearly see his prices are too high. So right now would not be the time. Vince Carter, only player to play in 4 decades. Played from 98 to 2020 before he retired. Awesome career, and I think he's going to be in the Hall of Fame. So figured I'd show his card here. This is his Topps base card. I tried to get his Chrome, but I don't know if I have it or if it's at PSA or what. ComC cards are everyone's non-gradables, so good luck getting a raw 9 mint for them. Yeah, I've actually graded cards that I got off of ComC, and yeah, I've done pretty decent. You just gotta know your stuff and look at the cards on the images and all that. But yeah, I definitely just send my duds in. LaMelo's prices are inflated above Zion. Yeah, exactly. Like a LaMelo is worth more than a Zion or a Luka. Like that. Common sense. Eric, what's going on? T-Mac or Vinsanity? The cousins. It's a good question. I don't know the answer to that. Another guy that I think we know that he's going to get in the Hall of Fame, Kevin Durant. He could retire already. I can't believe the comeback he's had this year, especially after that kind of an injury. Just killing it. I mean, I got these when he won the championship. And everyone was saying, they were like, oh, you don't buy them. They just won. His prices are inflated, blah, blah, blah. Guys, I played like 50 bucks a card on these. Literally $50 a card. It's insane what these are going for now. Topps Finest and Bowman Sterling. Good luck getting these for a good price in a gem mint 10. The sellers at that time, probably big, I don't know, Propstein, PWCC, whatever. I was actually buying multiples because I was getting mid auction prices and then just selling them, buy it now, raking in a little bit of money. You can see I priced this in 2019. This was priced at about $100. May of 2019, so exactly 2 years ago. It's probably 10 times that now. And then this one, I see I priced that one at 110 was the fair market value of the card 2 years ago. So this is exactly why you hold on to these cards as investments, you know. The hobby's exploded and these are now worth 10 times what they were, and it's worth 20 times what I paid for it. So Kevin Durant, I've got a few more Kevin Durants at PSA. But I guess I just haven't gotten them back from PSA yet. But these were just eBay buys back in 2017. Put them in top loaders. Good luck with that, man. Man, learn a guy from your hometown played center for LSU with Pistol Pete. That's awesome. Let's see, what else do we got? Another guy that I don't think anybody's going to argue that he's going to get in the Hall of Fame. Luka at 28 points with 6 minutes in the third. Nice. Wish I could watch the game, but I don't have cable, so. Val, you got the finest KD. Paid $100. Good deal, man. Yeah. Buy it when it's cheap. LeBron James. So this stack right here is pretty valuable. I was buying these last year. I bought the Bowman for about $200. I don't like how the shiny part of it got really hazy looking, but still graded at 9. I haven't checked the prices on the 9 of this, but it's up there for a $200 investment. It's pretty dang good. I think when I sent this, I thought I had a shot at a 10, but it's a little off left to right, and that haziness is kind of annoying. Almost 100 people in here, guys. 100 people in here. Leave a like, and if you have any questions or comments, leave them below. This guy out in Indiana, I bought these cards from, and I paid like $2,600 for a stack of LeBron rookie cards, but that turned out to be quite the good investment. This is the first edition stamp. I thought it was going to get an 8, honestly, because if you look at the top to bottom centering, that bottom border, the bottom border is much skinnier than the top. And I don't know if it had any other issues. I guess it didn't really have too much other issues. But I was thinking an 8 on this, and when I came back a 9, I was jumping for joy. It's up there. It was, I want to say this was around 4,000 or 5,000 when I got it back, and then it shot up. I value it more than its current value, so therefore I'm not selling it. I'm pretty much waiting for LeBron to go into the Hall of Fame, and then see how his cards go from there. So these are long-term holds for me. If you check the PSA Pop report, the first edition stamped LeBron is like 20 times as rare as just the non-first edition stamp. So that's where the value comes in. And maybe not for sports collectors, but like for Pokemon collectors especially, that first edition stamp is like, it's like the collector's card, you know? They want that first edition. Scott, what's going on? Thanks for stopping in. Another one that I got back in a 10. This MVP Upper Deck. Probably paid like $75 for this card. Pretty sure this is well over $1,000. The other ones I got were all 9s. I sold those for like 300 plus, $350 somewhere in there. And then they of course shot up when its prices went crazy earlier this year. But I still have the 10. I'm happy with that one. Probably got this for $50 before that. You could have like, basically his MVP was a cheaper card, and then you had his Upper Deck Rookie Exclusives card. They were still cheap cards for LeBron. So those were the ones I was picking up. Maybe not the perfect corner right there. A little touch on that corner there. So for $50, and I got a 9. So I was pretty stoked with this one. The 10's shot up there. I don't know what it's currently at. Maybe a few $1,000. And this one as well was a really cheap card. $30 to $50 is what I was paying for these raw. And the last order I got mine back, and it was a 9. But this one I sent off, I got a 10. If you look at that corner, it's hard to kind of catch it, but it almost catches on the light. But Bazooka, I don't have the regular Bazooka cards of his, but this Bazooka Comics card I just thought was pretty cool. And the 10 price was like $500-600, and I was like, I'll go for that for like 30 to $50, and if it gets a 10, now it's worth even more than that. So I did quite well on this one. And I think it's a pretty cool looking card. I finally made it, going to the NBA. Another very, very valuable card that came from that same guy from Indiana, which I'm sure he's kicking himself for selling those cards, because I pretty much 10x my price, 10x what I paid for them. by grading them and then getting the grades I got. This one's pretty nicely off-centered from the left to right. I always look right here. It's thicker right here than it is right there. I think there was a little little scratch on it. And the big thing on this card is the chipping along the back edges. But on these cards in particular, they chip really bad. So this was a pretty solid copy. I thought it was I was shooting for a PSA 8 on it. And based on the prices for it, I was like, this is definitely going to be a good card to get. The guy's photos weren't like the greatest photos or anything, but it looked to me like it didn't have the really bad chipping like most of these do. So I was like, okay, if I can get an 8, that would be sick. And then I mean, I did it live. I showed the 9. There's only, I think, 36 of these that exist in a 9, something like that. So I definitely got a good grader on this one, on this return, to get a 9 on that one. And then the other card I got from that same guy was the Bowman Chrome, which also got a 9. So I was very, very happy on that PSA return. The only card I wasn't happy with was my Jordan Nike rookie that got a PSA 7. And that's currently at PSA because I did crack it out of the case. It was fresh out of the plastic, and I opened it myself, and it had one little factory line going through it. Other than that, everything was good on it. And so I sent it back in hoping to get an 8 on it, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, stoked to have these LeBron cards in my collection. There's so many good LeBron rookie cards, but had I started this venture a few years ago, it would have been much more affordable. And these cards have just gotten so far out of the reach. I mean, even trying to buy like a mint copy of this card raw, you're looking at close to $1,000 now. Like I said, I paid $200 at auction for this thing. So, pretty happy. But yeah, any other questions? You ever have a Topps Chrome LeBron? No, I've never had the Topps Chrome LeBron. Like I said, I started buying this stuff last year, and these cards were already pretty priced up there once 2020 hit and shutdowns and everything, and people started going crazy over sports cards, and the Jordan rookie started going bonkers. But I was able to buy, like I said, a bunch of LeBrons for $2,600 and then a couple other ones for pretty cheap raw. So I did pretty good on these, but still gonna hold these. Hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing my Hall of Famer rookie cards. Adam asked, do I have any Curry? Oh, that's right. I have a economy order that's in quality control too. Hopefully that'll be back next week. And there is a Steph Curry rookie card in there. I think I have a few more at PSA and some orders, but I don't actually have any like in my hand. They're all at PSA. Terrific Ted, what's going on? Thanks for stopping in. LeBron deleted his tweet. Yeah, LeBron kind of shoots himself in the foot. I don't know what that was all about, but Daniil, what's going on? Thanks for stopping in. Sabonis, I don't have a Sabonis rookie card at all, unfortunately. There's certain players I just don't have rookie cards yet. Some of them I still have at PSA. I sent like a Steve Nash off. I'm sure there's some other guys and some other cards that I'll be getting back in the next coming months here that are Hall of Famer rookie cards I'm gonna add to my collection. But this is so far what I have right now. It's about 100 cards or so. But I have baseball as well. Maybe I'll do another video showing the baseball. That collection is not as big. I'm still kind of growing that, but it would be nice to show those off. Bosch is an affordable get. Yeah, Bosch. I don't know if he'll make the Hall of Fame or not, but he's definitely cheap. But I think I'm gonna call it. This was, man, an hour long. I didn't think it was gonna take an hour to show all these cards off, but yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We got a nice little following in here, kind of boosting up the YouTube views. We got a ton of views on that last PSA submission. Kobe's, Garnett's. Yeah, Scott, we had Kobe's and Garnett's in this video, so you'll wanna go back a few minutes and check those out. Slick Silver is a nice card. Yeah, Slick Silver, that's a cool card. Andre, appreciate it. Appreciate the kind words, guys. Thank you guys so much for coming in. If you missed any of the video, feel free to go back, kind of, fast forward through it, check out the cards. We started with like the late 60s and then went all the way to the, I guess early 2000s. So thanks for watching. Have a good night. Might not be back until next week, but we will have another PSA return coming up here. So excited for that. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.